to completely missing. MIA, nobody can find a bucket. That was the case against Eaton Tuesday night, especially in the second half, third and fourth quarters. It was like somebody put a lid on the north basket where the Sterling Tigers set up offensively in the second half, left to right on your radio dial. They could not buy a bucket at times in that third and fourth quarter. The ball refused to go down. In fact, Ryder McConnell had a layup that was in the hoop and somehow managed to defy the laws of physics and find its way back out and onto the floor. If Sterling can avoid those kind of issues, and again, that's not even so much on the Tigers as it was just bad luck. That was just frowning by the basketball gods on the Sterling Tigers in that second half, but they've got to find a way to avoid those quarters where they cannot get those buckets, and if the three-point shot isn't there, they've got to go to the hoop. These two teams combined 18 for 52 from beyond the arc on Tuesday night. I'd love to see them both go away from the three-point shooting and go to the hoop a little bit more here in this one. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll meet our starting lineups, and we'll have the opening tip as the Tigers and the Reds square off in the Patriot District quarterfinals on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network, online at kpmx.com. Back inside Wally Post Gymnasium at Sterling High School. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's contest, and they're brought to you by Premier Farm Credit, providing credit and related services to farmers and ag producers for more than 100 years. Visit PremierACA.com and let Premier Farm Credit go to work for you. For the visiting Eaton Reds, in their red jerseys trimmed in white numbers, outlined in black, and the word Eaton in white across the front, red shorts to match with the white trim. They will start their five from Tuesday. Junior number 10, Zach Grable. Junior number 13, Will Grable. Senior number 15, Jaden Stone. Sophomore number 24, Mitch Haythorne. And junior number 32, Walker Martin. For Sterling, their starting five looks awfully familiar, and it should. It's the same starting five they've rolled out all season long, wearing their home whites trimmed in orange. They've got the word Tigers in black and orange across the front, and the orange numbers outlined in black. They'll start number 1, senior Bray Swenson. Number 11, junior Ben Browning. Senior number 12, Dylan DiOrio. Jackson Kyle, a senior, wearing number 15. And Ryder McConnell, a junior, wearing number 22. Both teams have taken to the floor, and it's time for the opening tip, brought to you by First National Bank in Fleming. Be certain in your finances, and be certain in the management team at First National Bank in Fleming. Member FDIC. Tigers, as is tradition here at Wally Post Gymnasium, will move right to left on your radio dial in the first half. Reds will move left to right and vice versa in the second half. Both teams in the circle, and the opening tip is controlled by Walker Martin as he dumps it into Jaden Stone, and the Reds will have the first possession of the ball game. On the near wing, Zach Grable. On the elbow, will hand it off to Will Grable. Will up top for Haythorne. Haythorne on the far wing now for Stone. Stone drives inside, nothing there. He'll kick it back out to Martin. Walker Martin directing traffic on the near wing now for Grable. That's Zach Grable, number 10. Goes between the legs, lobs it inside, intended for Martin and pushed out of bounds by Jackson Kyle. Nice double team on Martin by Bray Swinson, and Jackson Kyle underneath the basket. Ball will be inbounded as is lobbed in by Will Grable at the top of the key, taken by Mitch Haythorne. Haythorne in the near corner now for Will. Will drive baseline, bangs into Bray Swinson, goes over the top of Swinson, swirls the bowl, and gets the first bucket of the night to drop. 2-0 Eaton with 7:15 to go. Sprinting up the floor is Ryder McConnell on the high post. Left side of the lane, dumps it into the front court now for DiOrio. Far side Browning into the corner for Jackson. Jab step and a feed inside to McConnell, who tries the baseball pass around the defense on the baseline and flings it into his own bench. Tigers commit their first turnover of the contest. They trail 2-0 a minute into this one. Up the floor comes the Eaton Reds as Will Grable will get it off to Walker Martin at the top of the key. Martin for Haythorne, who peels off the screen, now drives into the keyhole, finds Will on the far wing. Three is off the mark. Rebound corralled by Ryder McConnell, and he'll push it up the floor quickly. Jackson Kyle driving off the elbow from the free throw line. Hits the jumper, and Jackson Kyle ties us up at 2 apiece here early on. 6:30 on the clock in the first. Martin directing traffic, now drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Haythorne. Head fake on the three, and he'll dump it off far side now for Grable. Grable gets a screen from Martin. Three off the heel of the rim. Walker Martin chases it down, and he resets the offense, driving inside Stone. Back out on the wing now for Zach Grable. Zach tries to drive. Tiger defense closes down quickly. Good job there as Martin drives inside, and he's sandwiched between defenders and is going to draw the foul. Jackson Kyle will get hit with his first foul. Team's first. 2 shots coming for Zach Grable. Zach 0 for 2 from beyond the arc to start this one. And the first one from Zach Grable finds its way in. 3-2, Eaton leads here early on. Pete's Farmers Co-op has been on Highway 113 in Pete since 1915. Get all your livestock feed and supplies. Call 970-334-2204. Both shots down from Grable. It's a 4-2 Eaton lead early on, just about 2 minutes into the start of this ball game. 6:01 on the clock as it moves. Jackson Kyle, nice move as he takes it inside. And he's fouled on his way to the hoop, lost the basketball as he gets hip checked on his way in. Foul belongs to Zach Grable, his first. And Jackson Kyle will get a pair of free throws now as he will step to the line. Jackson a chance to knot this one back up at 4-all. Eyes the first of 2, and he hits it with ease. All 3 points for Sterling belong to Jackson Kyle. LEAP is the low-income energy assistance program. They can help you make ends meet this winter by paying for bill. Call 970-522-2194. Jackson knocks down both. Tigers have tied it up at 4 with 5:55 on the clock. Martin, top of the key. Fakes the three and hands it off to Grable. Grable will give it off to Stone. Stone on the near wing, driving into the paint, kicks it out to Martin on the far wing. Martin moving to his left between the legs, guarded by DiOrio, pulls up from 3, high off the heel of the rim and over the top of the backboard. Ball goes back the way of the Sterling Tigers. Jackson Kyle will dump it in to Ben Browning, back to Jackson, who will bring it up the floor, down to 5.5 to go in the first. Tied at 4 early on in what has been a slow-moving start of this district quarterfinal. Top of the key, Ryder McConnell from 3. He's got it. Ryder McConnell gives the Tigers their first lead of the contest, 7-4. Nice defense by the Tigers to get back quickly on a quick offensive turnaround by Eaton. Up top, Haythorne, head fake drive inside, spins around and dumps it back over to Grable at the top. Grable off the wing, driving to the hoop, goes up into a pair of defenders, ends up on the floor. Rebound pulled down by Dylan DiOrio. DiOrio quickly up the floor for Sterling, lobs it near side Browning. Back into the front court for Kyle. Jackson pulls up from 20, off the right side. Player control tip to Jackson. Jackson trying to find Ryder inside, and he wasn't ready for the pass. He watched it sail by, and the Tigers commit their second turnover of the quarter. Give Bray Swenson credit for the offensive rebound as he was able to tip it to Jackson Kyle. 7-4, Sterling has the advantage. 4:34 to go in the first. Haythorne on the right wing now moves to his left. Hip-high dribble, picks it up and dumps it to Jaden Stone between the circles. Both teams still running their starters on the floor as we close in on the halfway point of the first quarter. On the far side, in the corner, bounce pass on the low post now for Martin. Martin, guarded closely by DiOrio, goes back to the front court near the far sideline to Zach Grable. Zach drives in the keyhole, lobs it near side. Stone in the corner. Stone will fake the drive on the baseline, hand it off to Will Grable. Will lobbing it inside for Martin, and the Tigers get the tip and the takeaway. DiOrio, far side, Browning taking it to the hoop, one-on-one, off the glass, gets it to drop. Ben Browning, strong work to the hoop. 9-4 Tigers with a 5-point advantage. 3:45 on the clock. Will Grable in the corner now to Stone on the wing. Stone, far side, give to Haythorne. Haythorne guarded closely by Kyle. Martin sets up the screen, then peels off, takes the handoff from Haythorne. Well short on the three. Rebound for Dylan DiOrio, his second. Haythorne tries to set up the block on Ryder McConnell, but unfazed is Ryder as he drives in and lays it in for a pair. Tigers lead at 11-4. Spinning inside is Will Grable. He lost the basketball. Tigers scoop it up, and they'll head back the other way. Jackson Kyle kick out near corner. Ryder McConnell for three. He ends up on the floor. No foul from the officials. Will Grable with the rebound. The feed to Zach Grable, and Zach able to lay it up and in for a pair. Ryder McConnell, 5 points in the contest. Jackson Kyle with 4. Tigers lead at 11-6. 2:50 on the clock in the first. Far side. In the corner is McConnell off the feed from DiOrio. Ryder driving, baseline, bangs off a defender, goes off the glass and in. Ryder McConnell says, fine, can't give me the perimeter, I'll just take it to the hoop, and he does a nice job driving along the baseline to get the bucket. Subs in now as the ball's tipped out of bounds on the far sideline by DiOrio. We'll see Lucas Stone into the ball game. Cole Lockey will come in as well as Will Grable and Jaden Stone grab a seat on the bench. Bray Swenson replaced by Radek McCracken. 13-6, Tigers lead it by a touchdown with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. On the far wing is Haythorne. Haythorne bounces it, low post, far side for Stone. That's Lucas Stone, who's covered up by Browning. Nice job by Browning defensively, smothering Stone in the post. Back up top for Martin. Martin inside, lost the basketball, scooped up by Lockey. Lockey will hand it off to Zach Grable on the wing. Zach gets a screen from Martin. Pulls up from straight away, drives inside, and Radek McCracken out of position defensively. Good awareness from Zach Grable to recognize that and attack the positioning of Radek McCracken. He'll pick up his first foul. That'll be the team's second. And Grable will inbound it to the left of the Tiger bench. Dumps it in the backcourt for Lucas Stone. Stone across half court now. Ben Browning waiting for him near the top of the key. Still in the front court is Stone. Now he'll drive towards the keyhole. Slings it far side in the corner for Lockey. Lockey drives post. Nothing there on the elbow. Goes back up top for Stone. Stone, nice crossover against Browning. Hands it off to Lockey on the wing. Lockey will put it on the floor and dump it to Martin on the near side. Martin gets a screen from Grable. Finds Grable between the circles. Nice work from McConnell to peel off said screen. Tigers with some help as Jackson Kyle avoids the screen. Working against Grable. The shot blocked by Kyle. Rebounded by Browning. Nice work by the Tigers there as McCracken will get it to Jackson. 20-footer straight away. Swirls it home. Jackson Kyle hits the three. And the Tigers build the lead to 16-6. Grable Far side on the wing now for Lockie. Lockie will lob it into Martin on the low post. Under a minute to go in the first. Tigers with a 10-point lead, their largest lead of the contest. Cutter inside, ball swatted away, intended for Haythorne. Tigers will take it. Up the floor comes DiOrio. Baseball pass near side, Browning, and Ben can't handle the hot potato. Big Ben has a go between his legs. Tigers commit their third turnover. Both teams have turned the ball over 3 times here in the first quarter. Browning sits on the bench as Caleb Schaefer makes his way to the floor. Jordan Sidwell in for Eaton, and he will trigger in the inbound. On the near sideline to Jaden Stone. Checked out Lucas Stone. 38.5 seconds to go. Lucas on the near wing now for Haythorne. Haythorne back between the circles for Martin. On the far wing, Lockie. Lockie guarded closely by McCracken. Pushes into McCracken in the paint. Nice work by Raddick holding his ground, but Lockie goes over the top and gets the layup to go. 16-8, Tigers doubling up the Reds here in the first. 16 seconds on the clock. Schaefer to the 10-foot line for Kyle. Kyle to DiOrio, back to Jackson. 10 seconds on the clock. Tigers up 16-8. Jackson moves to his right on the far wing. Finds Ryder, top of the key from 3. It's off the mark. Ball pushed into the hands of Stone, and he'll try to get the half-court shot off, and it swirls the bowl as time expires. Tigers holding a 16-8 lead after 1 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Our second quarter of action brought to you by Kusky Oil Company, fuel transport, propane, and farm delivery for all your farm needs. 970-886-2121. Tigers lead 16-8 with possession of the basketball. Dylan DiOrio driving baseline, near side on the low post, back up top for McConnell. Ryder, far wing now for Schaefer. Schaefer looking for somebody inside. No one's there, so he'll move to the top of the key. Resets the offense for the Tigers on the near wing. McConnell fakes the 3, drives, spins away from traffic, kicks out to Jackson Kyle in the near corner, knocks it down. Jackson Kyle hits the 3. 8 points. Check that, 10 points for Jackson. Tigers lead at 19-8. Their largest lead now sits at 11. Lucas Stone bangs into Caleb Schaefer in the keyhole, dishes it out to Haythorne. Haythorne will drive right side of the lane. Jackson Kyle all over him. Shot off the mark, fight for the rebound. Caleb Schaefer will get it in the far corner. Nice work by Schaefer to get to that ball. Gets it away to McConnell. Baseball pass to DiOrio. DiOrio gets away from one defender and lays it off the window for a pair. Off the assist from Ryder McConnell, Tigers find themselves out in front by 13. 3 from Walker Martin is off the mark. And another rebound for Schaefer, his second in as many possessions. 6:45 on the clock. Tigers trying to take control here in the second. Ryder McConnell does it himself. Strong to the hoop as he slices in the lane. 23-8, Sterling in front. Building the lead to 15 in a hurry. Between the circles is Haythorne. Waiting for him is Kyle on the near wing now for Sidwell. Sidwell gets a screen from Haythorne, drives into the paint, dishes it back near side. Lockie for 3. It's off the inside, rebounded by Haythorne. Haythorne will dish it back out to Lockie. Lockie, far side, give to Sidwell. Sidwell looking for some help up top. Will hand it off to Haythorne. Haythorne, the sophomore, driving high post, left side, bounces it to a hard-charging Lucas Stone on the baseline. Tigers get a hand on it and push it out of bounds. The brothers Grable come back in, Zach and Will, replacing Haythorne and Martin. Bray Swenson and Raddick McCracken come in. Ben Browning and Jackson Kyle to the bench. Under 6 minutes to go. Tigers lead at 23-8. Zach Grable working against Caleb Schaefer, goes inside, fade away from 8. It's in and out, and Bray Swenson's got his second rebound of the contest. Far side, DiOrio. DiOrio into the far corner, Schaefer. Schaefer around to Swenson on the near wing now for McConnell. Dips the knees to fake the 3, then goes up top for Swenson. Swenson will find Schaefer on the far side. Back to McConnell up top. Ryder slicing into the paint. Back to Schaefer on the far side. Low elbow. Back around to DiOrio up top. DiOrio guarded closely by Grable. Pulls up from the free throw line, extended right. Can't get it to drop though. Cole Lockey goes up to get the rebound. Will Grable running point. Baseball pass into the hands of Lockey. Lockey with the give to Zach Grable. And a foul called on the forearm shove by Radek McCracken. Radek will pick up his second. Radek found himself in foul trouble when they played Eaton Tuesday night as well. Again, sometimes his aggressiveness gets the better of him. Unhappy with the officials' call. Jackson Kyle, Ben Browning both back in a 23-8 Tiger lead. 5 minutes to go as both teams have been stagnant over the last minute plus. Eaton has been held scoreless the first 3 minutes of this second quarter. Driving Stone gets the McConnell to over pursue. Layup won't go. Bray Swenson battling for the rebound, and he'll get it. Lucas Stone had a wide open look to the bucket. Ryder McConnell got too aggressive. Jackson Kyle does the same thing. This time, nobody home, though. Then a steal on the far side as McConnell slices in and gets the steal. Browning back to McConnell off the glass for 2. Tigers answer back with a steal and another bucket, and just like that, it's a 27-8 ball game, nearly a 20-point lead for Sterling with 4:20 to go here in the third. Driving, Jaden Stone from the free throw line, back between the circles now for Lockey. Lockey with the give to Zach Grable, and Zach will drive his way inside and get hip checked on his way to the hoop. He ends up in a heap on the floor, bounces back up. McConnell will pick up his first foul. 4:07 to go. Tigers have been held, or the Reds, have been held scoreless for almost half of this second quarter. Inbound pass, far corner for Grable. Grable against Kyle. Trying to battle his way to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Jackson Kyle, nice box out there to get the rebound against Zach Grable. Near side, McConnell thought about the 3, instead pulls it back and hands it off to Browning. Browning to DiOrio. DiOrio far side to Swenson. 3:48 on the clock. Tigers up 27-8. DiOrio will hand it off to Jackson. Jackson cutter inside. Browning bounces it between traffic. The give to Swenson. Swenson to DiOrio. Near wing for 3. Dylan DiOrio off the assist from Bray Swenson. It's a 22-point ball game. Will Grable coast to coast. Off the mark on the layup. Bray Swenson with another rebound. His fourth. Eaton recognizing what Sterling saw in that basket on Tuesday night, as Jackson Kyle will pull up from inside the keyhole. His fadeaway jumper will not go down. Rebound is controlled by Zach Grable, just his first rebound. Lockey inside the paint from the Tiger Paw logo. That one in and out. Jackson Kyle gets another rebound on a beautiful box out defensively. Bray Swenson will take the baseball pass into the lane, and he'll lay it in for 2. Tigers on a heck of a run here, up 32-8, a 16-0 run to start this second quarter of action. The Reds scoreless through nearly 5.5 minutes of plays. Will Grable battling his way inside, finally gets around Dylan DiOrio and finds the first bucket of the quarter almost 5.5 minutes in. Sterling leads 32-10, a 22-point lead. Jackson, the give to DiOrio on the far wing. On the sideline now for Swenson, trapped by the double team, finds DiOrio on the baseline. Easy layup for Dylan, and the Tigers now have a 34-10 lead as they stretch things out even further. Far corner, Stone with the give to Lockey. Lockey near side for Will Grable. Will bounces it with the left and the right, hands it off to his brother Zach on the near wing. Zach against McConnell, drives inside, lost the basketball, gets it back. Between the circles for Lockey. Lockey hands it off to Lucas Stone. Lucas will look to drive against Browning. Kicks it out near corner. Zach Grable for three. Rattles it in from in front of the Tiger bench. 34-13. Tigers still lead it by 21 with 94 seconds to go. Jackson to Diorio in the front court. 34-13, our score in favor of Sterling. Dillon from the free throw line can't get the jumper to sit. Rebound controlled by Will Grable, and he'll push it up the floor as quickly as possible. Baseball pass to Zach in the far corner. Bray Swenson there defensively, though, as Zach was going to try to drive baseline. Bray shut that lane down quickly. Ball bounced from the elbow up top for Grable. The give to Zach. Zach driving inside, lost it again, trying to get around Jackson Kyle. Between the circles, gets it away to Jaden Stone. Jaden Stone's three is off the mark, and the Tigers will turn it around on the rebound by Jackson Kyle. 50 seconds on the clock. Rudy's Tires is your one-stop on-the-spot tire headquarters. 9 locations to serve you no matter where you are. Go to rudystires.com. Ryder McConnell from the far wing dumps it in the corner. Bray Swenson's going to pop the three, overshoots it. Zach Grable there for the rebound. And he'll push it up the floor near side. On the wing, up top for Lucas Stone. Stone driving into the paint. Tigers shut it down defensively to Lockie on the far wing. The give to Will. Will will hand it off to Zach. 20 seconds on the clock. Zach gives it off to Jaden Stone now. Near the Tiger Eye logo. 12 seconds on the clock. Stone in the near corner for Lucas Stone. Lucas up top for Zach. 6 seconds on the clock. Zach trying to change the offense, is going to hit one from 22, and it rattles in and out. Bray Swenson gets the rebound, and the Tigers are going to take a 21-point lead to the locker room. They lead 34-13 after 2 quarters of play. Tigers 3-6-5 coming up as part of our Ice Lanes halftime show on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back to Wally Post Gymnasium at Sterling High School for our halftime show, brought to you by Ice Lanes. Whether you're a league bowler, a casual bowler, somewhere in between, Ice Lanes is something you'll enjoy. Stop in at 208 North 10th Avenue in Sterling. Tigers lead 34-13 at the half, an 18-5 scoring advantage in the second quarter, including a 16-0 run out of the break to build the 21-point advantage over the Eaton Reds. As you heard moments ago on our halftime show, part of Tigers 365, a flashback to one of 4 consecutive district championships featuring Sterling and Rez. Tigers have been in 6 consecutive district championship games. The last 4 against Rez. The 2 prior to that were against the Eaton Reds. These 2 teams very familiar with one another. As I mentioned, 17 previous meetings between the 2, and Sterling has won all 17. Our halftime stats brought to you by Champ Construction. As we get ready to head into spring, you're going to need maintenance and repair on your lawn. Now handling landscaping, called Champ Landscaping at 970-571-1669. For the Eaton Reds, their leading scorer was Zach Grable. He had 7 points in the first half. Will Grable with 4-2 for Cole Lockey. Reds went 4 of 12 from inside the arc, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and collected 8 rebounds as a team. Sterling, meanwhile, got 12 points from Jackson Kyle to lead the way, 11 from Ryder McConnell, 7 for Dylan DiOrio, and 2 apiece for Bray Swenson and Ben Browning. Tigers were 10 of 13 inside the arc, 4 of 8 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and they collected 14 rebounds to Eaton's 8. Our third quarter is brought to you by the folks and Country Creations and Country Feed and Supply. They have clothing, feed, and supply, and now they have food for the family. Locally grown and processed beef and pork. You can shop it all at County Road 24 and Highway 6 in Sterling. This is a similar situation to where Sterling found themselves on Tuesday night. They led by 17 at the half and allowed Eaton to come roaring out in the third quarter to close that gap. Tigers have to keep their foot on the gas pedal here in this third quarter. Can't allow the Reds to claw back and make this game more competitive. Eaton Reds will have possession of the basketball to start the third quarter. Officials asking them to break the huddle and take to the floor. Official on the far side indicating that it's Eaton's ball, and Mitch Haythorne will hustle over there to inbound it. Haythorne into the backcourt as the Reds will go right to left on your radio dial offensively. Will Grable running point finds Zach Grable on the wing. Far side for Haythorne. Haythorne bounces into Jackson Kyle at the top of the key. Far side give to Stone. Jaden Stone looks to feed it inside. Nothing there. Up top for Will. Will Grable far side back over to Walker Martin. Martin directs traffic on the baseline. Drives against DiOrio. Lobs it underneath for Haythorne, but the Tigers are there to take it away. Tigers get their 5th takeaway of the contest. Ben Browning will feed it into the far corner for Ryder McConnell. His 3 swirls the bowl. Can't get it to Sid as it's scooped up by Zach Grable, and he'll turn it back the other way. Far side, Haythorne misses the 3. McConnell picks up his 2nd rebound. Baseball pass near side. McConnell driving into the lane, and he collects the foul. As he threw a shoulder into the defender, it'll be Ryder McConnell's 2nd foul of the contest, and the Tigers commit the turnover. Jogging up the floor is Zach Grable, bounces it to his brother Will. Will will hand it off. No, he won't. He'll keep it himself, driving on the baseline. Tries to lay it up and is fouled on the shot. Foul will be on Dylan DiOrio, his first. 2nd of the half, and it will send Will Grable to the free throw line. Both teams had a pair of free throws in the first half. Both teams were perfect on both, and Will misses the first of 2 shots. B&J Plumbing offers a variety of plumbing services. They've done it all, and they've been doing it since 1961. Call 970-522-3828. Grable hits the 2nd of his 2 free throw opportunities. He's got 5 points. Tigers lead it by 20, up 34-14. Jackson on the near sideline. Nice sidestep as he feeds it to Swenson. Swenson back to Kyle. Kyle from the near wing for 3. That one's off the heel of the rim. And just like Tuesday night, Sterling struggling to find the opening of the hoop here in the third quarter. Inside, Walker Martin loses the basketball. Dylan DiOrio will scoop it up and take it back the other way. Tigers gets their second takeaway. McConnell on the near wing. Browning for three. That one's in and out. Rebound pulled down by the Reds. Martin for three from the far sideline. He's able to get it to go. Walker Martin hits the three and gives Eaton a little more life as they now trail 34-17. And Ben Browning is going to get tagged with an offensive foul, his first. Tigers commit their second turnover. Browning replaced by McCracken. Ben looks befuddled as he heads to the bench. Zach Grable up the floor, across half court. Boy, this feels like Tuesday night all over again. Up top, Haythorne. Haythorne drives against Jackson, kicks it far corner. Three from Will Grable, and he nails that one. And just like that, Eaton comes out swinging, and Sterling's going to burn a timeout. Up 14, 34-20, but a 7-0 run by the Reds out of the locker room forces head coach Mike Holloway to take a 30-second timeout with 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Timeout brought to you by Bailey Mechanical. Don't take your comfort for granted. Keep your home heating and cooling systems inspected and maintained with Bailey Mechanical. 970-522-0471. I don't know what it is about that north basket here at Wally Post Gymnasium. Reds were just 4 of 12 from inside the arc, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc when shooting at that basket. So a combined 5 for 19 from the floor. Sterling out of the locker room at the half is 0 for 2 on a couple of missed threes from Jackson Kyle and Ryder McConnell. Sterling's also committed 2 offensive fouls in this third quarter to turn the ball over. Dylan DiOrio inbounds to Jackson Kyle. Soft full court defense put on by the Reds as Zach Grable backpedals against Jackson Kyle. Across half court, DiOrio to Swenson between the circles for McCracken. McCracken far side give to Jackson Kyle. Kyle finds McCracken in the far corner. Raddick back to Jackson on the wing. Jackson step and a feed to DiOrio on the near side. Baseball pass back to Jackson on the wing. Jackson hesitates, drives, finds DiOrio in the paint. Nothing going for Dylan. Bounces it to Jackson. Waits for the defense to go over the top. Jackson Kyle lays it in on the assist from Dylan DiOrio. And a player control foul as Jaden Stone flies into the lane and puts Raddick McCracken on the floor. Ball goes back the way of the Tigers as Stone commits his first foul. Third turnover of the quarter for Eaton. Ryder McConnell up the floor, guarded closely by Stone as he finds his way across the timeline on the far sideline. To DiOrio, who finds Swenson on the near wing. Bray back to Dylan. Dylan fakes the three. Jab step and a feed to McCracken on the far sideline. Back between the circles for Ryder, who loses the basketball, gets away from a sliding defender, drives into the lane. 4-on-1, battles for the hoop. Give him the hoop and the harm. Ryder McConnell, 4-on-1, battling the defense. Gets 2 guys to over-pursue. Has a body draped all over him, gets the bucket, and a chance for an and one on the foul by Mitch Haythorne, his first. McConnell stops to tie his shoe before the free throw. For 3 decades, Horizon Turf Nursery has provided high-quality sod, so as you plan your projects for this coming spring, remember the finest sod available is on the horizon at Horizon Turf Nursery. McConnell has his free throw kick in and out. Walker Martin picks up his 3rd rebound. Driving. Stone flings it to Martin on the near wing. Martin will drive back to Stone in the corner. Step back for a 3, and he's fouled by Raddick McCracken, and it will send Jaden Stone to the free throw line for 3 free shots. Raddick commits foul number 3 in the contest. Him and Stone sharing glares with one another. Stone puts up the first of 3 and bangs it off the back iron. 2 more shots to come from Jaden Stone with the Tigers in front 38-20. Stone hits the second of 3, 38-21, a 17-point ball game. Head coach Mike Holloway, who was lurking in front of the bench, now grabs a seat on the end of the bench. Third free throw's off the mark, but Martin goes up, gets the rebound. Putback attempt won't go. Flies up, gets another offensive board. Can't get the second putback to go. Jackson Kyle's going to get the rebound. And the foul is on Will Grable. Jackson Kyle gets rebound number 4. Walker Martin gets a pair of offensive rebounds in that possession and missed a pair of putback opportunities. 38-21, Tigers by 17 with 4:11 to go. Of those 3 free throws, Jaden Stone was only able to hit 1. Jackson strong to the hoop, again gets fouled and again gets the bucket and the contact. Foul is on number 32. That's Walker Martin, his first. Those are the same shots that Jackson was taking Tuesday night and wasn't getting fouls called. This go-around gets the whistle blown, and a chance for an and-one opportunity here for Jackson Kyle. And he completes it. 3 for 3 from the stripe is Jackson. Tigers in front by 20. 41-21. Sterling has the lead. Jaden Stone against Radek McCracken. Gets around McCracken. Shot redirected by Radek, though. And the rebound belongs to Jackson Kyle. Jackson at the top of the key. Finds Dillon on the wing. Dillon fakes the 3. Jab step back to Jackson up top. And a illegal screen. Ryder McConnell threw a forearm into the defender trying to peel off. That's going to be Ryder's third. And with 3:42 to go, Ryder's going to have to grab a seat on the bench to avoid getting himself into further foul trouble. Ben Browning will come to the floor. Tigers lead at 41-21. Clock clicking down, under 3:35 to go here in the third. That's the 5th foul of the half for Sterling as well, so just 2 away from sending the Reds to the free throw line. 3 off the mark from Martin from 20 feet out. Jackson Kyle will take the rebound, his 6th of the ball game. He's 4 boards away from a double-double. Jackson from the free throw line puts up the jumper, and Radek McCracken shoves off to get the rebound and commits foul number 4. Radek's 1 foul away from finding himself on the bench for the remainder of the game. Caleb Schaefer is going to have to check in, and he will before the official hands the ball off to Will Grable. Radek to the bench. Tigers in front, 41-21, but they've got a pair of guys sitting with foul issues. Again, Trevor Berg done for the year with a hip injury. So not a ton of depth for this Tiger team, unless they pull some JV guys in to play some minutes in what amounts to a meaningful ball game at this point. Martin on the far sideline with the give up top for Grable. Grable hands it off to Zach. That's Will to Zach. Far side, Martin, baseline feed to Will, and Will shoves himself into Dylan Diorio. Diorio ends up on the floor. No foul called there. Bray Swenson commits the foul on Grable and sends him to the free throw line for a pair. It's also the 7th team foul. Will is 2 for 3 now as he hits the first of 2. And the second one as well. 41-23. Browning bounces it into Diorio after taking the inbound. Dillon will give it off to Jackson, who will run point. 2:38 to go. Tigers, again, very similar to Tuesday night with a slow third quarter offensively. Luckily, they built a healthy enough lead that they can afford the miscues. Browning spinning into the lane, loses the basketball, gets it back, bounces it to Jackson on the near wing. Jackson thought about the 3, instead goes to Diorio. Diorio to Browning. Browning with the give to Jackson. He'll drive inside. Again, double teamed, and it doesn't matter. Jackson Kyle lays in another one. 43-23, lead remains at 20. Martin on the near wing. Driving off the elbow, spins around Diorio. Shot redirected by Dillon. Rebound by Swenson, and he'll hand it off to Dylan Diorio. Diorio, baseball pass. Browning, far corner for 3. Splash from Ben Browning. 46-23 with 1:48 to go. Lucas Stone looking to get it inside. No one's there, so he'll go around the perimeter. Will Grable to Zach Grable. Grable from the free throw line loses the basketball as he bangs off Jackson Kyle. 96 seconds to go in the quarter. Tigers lead it 46-23. Lucas Stone gets away from Caleb Schaefer, goes in, strong to the hoop. Layup is off to the left. Dylan DiOrio's got his third rebound. Lucas Stone 0 for 2 from the floor in this one. Tigers by 23. Schaefer to Kyle, straight away for a three. Nothing but net from Jackson Kyle. Take over the ball game. Jackson 49-23 with 68 seconds to go. Head coach Dean Grable is going to burn a timeout. 67 seconds on the clock here in the third. Tigers have reignited their offense on the back of Jackson Kyle. This timeout brought to you by Bank of Colorado, focusing less on finding a loan and more on finding the right fit for you and your finances. Bank of Colorado, there's only one, member FDIC. "22 points for Jackson Kyle. He has put up 10 points in this third quarter. He's also got 6 rebounds, 3 of those coming in quarter number 3. Tigers have gotten 3 points from Ben Browning and 2 from Ryder McConnell. So 15 points in the quarter, 10 of them belong to Jackson Kyle. He has scored almost as much by himself as the Reds have scored as a team. He's got 22, Eaton has 23. Out of the timeout, Will Grable triggers it into Zach Grable. Clock approaching the 1-minute mark here in the third. On the near wing for Lucas Stone. Stone up top for Martin, who puts up the three, and it's off to the left. Ball out of bounds on the baseline. Check that. That was Cole Lockie who came into the ball game. Number 34, not number 32. Ball missed everything and ends up out of bounds. Tigers will take possession with 50 seconds to go. Jackson Kyle up the floor. Tigers lead it by 26. Jackson to DiOrio. DiOrio with the give to Swenson. Back to Dillon between the circles. Far side. Jackson fakes the three. Drive. Kicks it to Schaefer on the low block. Back to Dillon. He'll drive baseline. Nothing there. Hands it off to Browning. Browning's going to pop one from 3. Goes off the side of the backboard. Rebound is controlled by Jordan Sidwell. Sidwell quickly up the floor. Stutters his feet as he drives into the lane. Is going to draw the contact and will get the bucket. Caleb Schaefer gets the foul. Jordan Sidwell with the layup off the rebound and a chance for an and one. Next time you're on the road, hop off exit 66A on I-76 in Wiggins for a gem of a place. Stubbs Gas and Oil, your next stop for your next road trip. Bray Swinson able to corral the missed free throw from Sidwell. That's rebound number 7 for Bray. Tigers lead 49-25. Jackson strong to the hoop, lays it off the window for 2. 24 points for Jackson Kyle. 12 seconds on the clock. Lockie driving, baseline, flings it, intended for Sidwell, punched up by Browning. It ends up out of bounds. Clock stops with 5 seconds to go. Zach Grable will head to the bench and be replaced by Court Sanger. Ball inbounded to Will Grable. Will drives into the lane, sandwich between the double team, can't get it to go. As time expires, Tigers have a 51-25 lead after 3. On 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter brought to you by Better Electric. Electricity runs everything. Let Better Electric help you with your electrical needs. 970-521-1030. They offer 24/7 emergency services. Tigers with possession up 51-25. Jackson Kyle takes a beautiful feed underneath the basket from Ben Browning. 26 points for Jackson Kyle off the assist from Browning. On the near wing now is Lucas Stone. Stone Drives, left side of the lane. Caleb Schaefer draped all over him, but Stone able to battle his way to the hoop for two. 53-27, Tigers in front with 7:30 on the clock in this final quarter. Browning, far side, Diorio. Diorio scoreless in the second half thus far. Schaefer between the circles, lost the ball, gets it back. Browning on the near wing now for Kyle. Kyle, nice stutter step as he drives down on the baseline. Nothing there. Browning kicked back out to Jackson. Gets the defense to over pursue, pulls up from 10, shot off the mark. Rebound belongs to Will Grable. Will quickly up the floor for the Reds. On the far wing is Lockie. Lockie upright as he drives low post, right side. Flings it to Stone at the top of the key. Stone again drives against Schaefer. Nice work there by Taleb as the ball will be dumped back into the front court for Will Grable. Hands it off to Stone again on the wing. Far side feed on the wing now for Sanger. Sanger backpedals towards the 10-foot line. In the far corner, the give goes to Lockie. Tigers do a good job getting off the screen defensively. Sidwell between the circles, back to Lockie. Lockie in the front court, Swenson waiting. Stone guarded by Schaefer as Tigers stick with that man defense. Cutter inside for Grable. Grable back up top. Three from Sanger will bang off the heel of the rim. Jackson Kyle bodies up and gets the rebound. Ben Browning takes it on the feed. Reverse scoop won't go. Lockie's got his second rebound. Tigers can't get a bucket there from Browning. Lead at 53-27. 3 off the mark. Rebound by Stone. Quick fling back to Lockie for 3. That one will drop. Cole Lockie able to hit the 3 after the offensive rebound by Lucas Stone. Tigers up 53-30. Caleb Schaefer zigged when he should have zagged. Ball goes out of bounds as Dylan Diorio tried to find Schaefer on the near sideline. Ryder McConnell will come in and replace Bray Swenson. Schaefer will stay on the floor. He thought he was coming out. He is not. Zach Grable's back in for the Reds. So is Jaden Stone. Sidwell and Lucas Stone to the bench. We'll see Haythorne come in and replace Lockie as well. 5:40 to go. Haythorne straight away for 3. It is short and ends up out of bounds. Mitch Haythorne 0 for the floor tonight. 0 for 1 from inside the arc. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Averages 14.5 points per game. He's sitting at a nice healthy 0. 5.5 to play. Tigers in front by 23. Ryder McConnell bounces it across half court to Diorio on the near sideline for Browning. Browning to Schaefer. Schaefer will hand it off to Ben on the wing. Ben for 3, knocks it home. Ben Browning hits his second 3 of the contest. He's got 8. Tigers lead at 56-30, down to 5:13. Bounce pass to Grable. Zach to Will. Will on the near wing. Lost the basketball off his own foot and turns it back over to Sterling on the ball out of bounds. Western Engineering Consultants takes pride in building their communities. Get your project started by going to westerneci.com. Jackson Kyle up the floor with his 26 points tonight. 4 shy of the team total for the Eaton Reds. Bounce pass, McConnell, low post, bangs into the lane, kicks it out near side. Jackson for 3, another one. Jackson Kyle hits his 4th 3 of the night. 59-30, Tigers a point away from doubling up the Reds here in the 4th quarter. Into the near corner, Will Grable for 3. He'll splash it home. Will Grable hits his second 3 tonight. He's got 13, 59-33. Browning up the near sideline. Lost the basketball. He went behind his back and couldn't corral it. Be scooped up by Walker Martin. Martin drives inside. Dylan Diorio backpedaling defensively. Didn't get his feet set. Bucket will count. Foul belongs to Dylan, his second. Martin gets the first field goal of the contest. Gives him 5 points. And he will try for the 3-point play here and cannot get it. Dylan gets the rebound. Martin 0 for 1 from the line now. Bounce pass, far wing for Schaefer, who lobs it for Diorio, and it's tipped and stolen away by the Reds. 3rd turnover of the quarter. Martin, baseball pass into the corner for Grable. Zach Grable driving to the hoop. Shot is blocked. Ball loose on the floor, and Caleb Schaefer will find it. And a foul on Dylan Diorio as Mitch Haythorne shoves him from behind. Tigers got a beautiful block there from Jackson Kyle. Jackson nearly got his own rebound off the block as well. Dillon will inbound it to Ryder McConnell. Under 4 minutes to play, Tigers with a 24-point lead. Nice work by Ryder. Goes behind the back, gets away from Jaden Stone. Ryder inside, flies into a defender, ends up on the floor. So does the ball. Haythorne scoops it up. Zach Grable into the lane, bodied up by Bray Swenson. No whistles either way. Grable gets the layup off the takeaway from the Tigers. Fourth turnover by Sterling. 22-point lead, 59-37, 3:25 to go. Dillon finds Swenson on the near wing, right side in. Let pass intended for Ben Browning, and Browning can't handle it. 5 turnovers in this quarter now for Sterling, and that's going to prompt a 30-second timeout from head coach Mike Holloway as he's going to try to get everybody's head back into the game. Timeout brought to you by Coons Pump and Well Supply. For over 30 years, they've offered services you can only get from a family-owned business. For all your watering needs, call 970-522-2035. Down to 3:18 to go. Tigers still in control of this ball game. They lead it by 22. It's never been out of their control, save maybe the first 3 minutes of the ball game, in which it was fairly tightly contested. Sterling tied at 4 early on against the Reds. Were able to go on a 12-4 run over the second half of the first quarter to build a 16-8 lead after one. Led 34-13 after a 16-0 run to open the second quarter. Led 51-25 after 3 of 59-37 here. Credit the Reds, they've outscored Sterling 12-8 in this fourth quarter. See if Sterling can get themselves back in the contest, though. 5 turnovers in this quarter for Sterling. Near wing, Zach Grable finds an opening, pulls up just past the free throw line and hits the 10-foot jumper. Zach Grable picks up points number 10 and 11. Tigers lead it by 20, 59-39. Ryder McConnell against Jaden Stone. Dylan Diorio will take it and get it to Browning. Browning near wing for Jackson in front of his own bench. Back up top for Ben. Ben with the give to Bray on the far side. Bray off the wing, back up top. Ben Browning back pedals. Dumps it to Dylan Diorio in front of the Tiger bench. Dylan between the circles, guarded closely by Martin. Baseball pass, Swenson far corner for 3. It's off the mark. Browning chases it down and clears it back out to Jackson Kyle. Kyle drives inside, gets a look, and takes it to the hoop. Give him the hoop and the harm. Nice work there by Jackson Kyle. Foul belongs to Will Grable, his second. Jackson with the bucket. He's got 31 points in the contest. A chance to make it 32. And does. He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Across half court comes Will Grable. Grable eyes the half court defense put up by the Tigers. Gives it off to Zach. Zach shoves his way into Jackson. Feeds it on the low block for Martin. Martin's jumper is short. Rebound by Jackson. That's number 8. If Jackson can get 2 more boards, he'll have himself a double-double. Jackson from the free throw line kicks it near corner. Browning for 3. Curse splash for Ben. 11 points for Browning. Tigers in front again, 65-39. Haythorne driving left side of the lane over the top of Browning. It sits on the inside of the rim and pops back out. Bray Swenson, check that, Dylan Diorio with the rebound. Cutter inside for Ryder McConnell, who got smushed by the defense and gets hit with the travel violation, and he looks slightly confused. Tigers are going to bring in a variety of subs now as Jackson Kyle, Dylan Diorio, Bray Swenson, and Ryder McConnell all come to the bench. Nathaniel Whited is out there. Wyatt Milburn comes to the floor. Tigers will bring in a host of new faces against an Eaton Reds team that commits their second turnover of the quarter. Browning feeds it far side to Lynn. Lynn back to Browning between the circles, down to 1:18 to go. 65-39 Sterling. Bounce pass down low for Whited, and Whited can't get the shot to go. Fight for the rebound, and it's won by the Reds. Stone with the feed to Zach Grable. Grable on the far sideline hits the three to makes it 65-42, and a 60-second timeout used by head coach Dean Grable. So the Tigers brought in Nathaniel Whited, Wyatt Milburn. They also brought in Cody Lynn, who's wearing number 20 in place of Trevor Berg. Who else did they sub in? Oh, Wesley Knuppel is in as well. And Ben Browning continues his work for the Tigers. We'll see subs in for the Reds as well as Peyton Walker comes to the floor out of this timeout. Cash Sanger into the ball game. Matt Paris works his way in. We'll see Alex Lloyd to the floor. And Lucas Stone. Browning takes the inbound. Tigers with 60 seconds on the clock lead it by 23, up 65-42. Browning with the give to Whited. Whited to Knuppel. Knuppel on the near side now for Browning. Browning drives baseline, lobs it back up for Milburn. Milburn to Whited, who kicks it back out. Ben for three from the near sideline. Ball rattles around. Lynn comes away with the rebound. Browning in the front court, 35 seconds to go, far side. Knuppel back into the front court for Whited. Whited to Lynn. Lynn on the near sideline for Browning. Tigers will just hold the basketball as long as they can. Milburn to Whited. 18 seconds on the clock. Tigers playing catch around the perimeter. 65-42. Sterling will advance to these district semifinals on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, the Eaton Reds will play in the 7th place game on Saturday, and for the second time in 4 days, Sterling comes away with the victory. Final in this one, 65-42. Post-game show up next on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.